What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. Give me 1 second as I quickly make sure everything is going good in terms of the audio and make sure everybody can hear me. I always got to double check. Made that mistake long ago not to check, and the whole stream was silent. All right, we're good. There we go. Okay, so we are back with more SAT content. And by the way, this I have to give a shout out or a thank you to. Actually, I don't remember who it was, but somebody during the premiere yesterday said, "Hey, you never solved March 2020." And I checked my videos. I was surprised I didn't, but I don't believe I did. So we're gonna do March 2020 today. What's up, Nid Rocks? What's up, Sanzita Afrin, Rohan, Rabab? What's up? Thank you for joining. We're going to get some good math SAT knowledge to you guys. By the way, just a quick shout out to my other YouTube channel, Math Puzzles. I just posted in the chat, and that one is really growing nicely. We're really excited about it. And we got a book coming out shortly with all the math puzzles, or well, 50 of them anyways. But I really encourage you to check it out and subscribe because it's got fun math puzzles that are related to standardized tests, but it's actually even more fun and more visual, so it can give you some other things to just stretch your mind and work out your problem solving and reasoning skills. Great Adiola, hey, what's up? Rishi, hello. Get high score. Oh, wow, good job as a 13-year-old. Congrats. Fazan, hello. This is a repeat, by the way. So, Rabab, you're saying that some people were saying in the chat before that I have done this. I couldn't find it anywhere on the channel, so I don't know where this video is. So it is what it is. We're just gonna do it, I guess. And so for those of you who hadn't seen it yet, we're gonna rock this out. And by the way, SAT reading. I see that a lot of people really liked what Rosie did, so she's gonna be definitely making more videos very shortly, hopefully next week, for all you guys looking for reading information. All right, without further ado, let's do this. No calculators, my favorite section. We got 25 minutes on the clock. I won't be able to respond to your chats or questions anymore because I'm not looking at the chat window. I'm going to be fully focused on this test, and we're going to take it within the time setting. I'm taking it for the first time in real time, I believe, unless people say, hey, you already did this video and it's on your channel. I'll know if I did it. I'll see soon enough, but whatever. I believe this is a first attempt, so either way, I'm going to treat it like I'm taking it for real, so you get that authentic test-taking experience. Okay, here we go. We are going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. The table shows some values of x and the corresponding values of y. Which of the following equations shows a possible relationship between x and y? It's looking like we're adding 2. So x plus 2, boom. Whoops, not red. We want this one. I believe y equals x plus 2. Let's just make sure. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Yep, boom, done. Number 2. In the figure shown, J is parallel to K. I always add the markings. And L is parallel to M. We'll do the double there. What is the value of x? Okay, so x is going to be 40. I can already tell, but let's fill it out just to be safe. Well, the reason why, by the way, is these are alternate interior angles. So they're going to be equal, and it kind of looks like 42, but let's just fill out all the angles just for fun. That would be 80. That would be 40. And then you know a whole thing is 180. So that's 120. So this angle here is 60 and 60. And then let's see, what other information can we use here? So we can also use, like, if you're familiar with corresponding angles, you can see that as you slide up the transversal, it's going to be the same. So that's another data point that x is 40, but hey, you already know that. Okay, function f is defined by this was the value of f of 4. Straight up plug and chug. Plug 4 in for each of these values. That's 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 6. That's 16 minus 20 plus 6. That 16 minus 20 is negative 4 plus 6 equals 2. Boom, done. And was there anything else? F of 4. Let me just do it mentally real quick. 16 minus 20 is negative 4. Yeah, it's 2. Okay. 4. Araceli can spend up to a total of $20 on streamers and balloons for a party. Streamers cost $1.49, so $1.49 for streamers. I see they're using S in the answers for variable. And $4.39 per pack of balloons, so it'd be like B, which is the following inequalities represent, and she can spend up to a total of 20, so it should be less than or equal to, not greater than or equal to. Streamers cost that. Which of the following represents a situation where S is the number of packs of streamers, B is the number of packs of balloons? Yeah, it's this one. It's like the sum of these two has to be less than or equal to 20. That's it. We're done. Number 5, Bill is planning to drive 1,000 miles to visit his family. If he plans to drive 250 miles per day, which of the following represents the remaining distance in miles that Bill will have to drive to reach his family after driving for n days. So 250 per day. So 250 times the number a day, which is n. He's got to drive 1,000, and we need distance to be the remaining value. So it needs to be 1,000 minus this, right? Because after he's driven 0 days, he's got 1,000 to go. After he's driven 1 day, he would have 750. I kind of mess up the spacing here, but you get what I'm saying. It's D equals 1,000 minus 250N. And by the way, if you're unsure about something like this, you can just do what I just did. You understand the problem where it's like, oh, he drives 1 day, he should have 750 left. This gives me 750. Drives 2 days, he should have 500 left. This gives me that. None of the other ones do. Boom, done. Number 6, which the following is equivalent to the given expression? Okay, remove the parentheses. They're not doing anything, right? Because there's no negative, there's no nothing. So just rewrite it. Plus x squared minus x. Combine like terms. Those guys cancel out. One's positive, one's negative. So it's x cubed plus x squared. Done. Let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Yeah. Numero 7. The table gives some values of x and the corresponding values of f of x for the polynomial function f. Which of the following could be the graph of f in the xy? Hold on. Which of the following could be the graph of f in the xy plane where y equals f of x? I guess we're just going to see which one, like as soon as they don't have one of the coordinates, it's out. So, by the way, this is going, look, it's going up by 2. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. You see that? So that's important. Anyways, so -2, -2. So that would be -2, -2. It should be, the function should exist there and it doesn't. A is out. -2, -2. It should exist there. It doesn't. It's out. Almost -2, -2. It's almost there, but it's not. So it's out. So it's got to be D. But like, let's just check some of these other values. So look, there's -2, -2. What else? They have 0, 2. There's 0, 2. Cool. That fits. They have 230 is not on the graph. 1, 7. That's going to be a little hard to see, but 1 is going to be right in the middle, and there's 7. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I feel pretty confident about D, and we're going to move on to number 8, which is the following expression is equivalent to the expression above where x does not equal -2. Here's the dealio. I'm going to write this out. I mean, I don't have to do this. I'm just going to do it just in case it's confusing for anybody. I have an x plus 2 on top and an x plus 2 on bottom. These can cancel out, and that leaves a 1 up top. So it's 1 over x plus 2, done. Which of the following is an equation of the line in the xy plane that contains this and this? All right, we're going to use point slope. So I'm going to stack the coordinates first and calculate my slope by subtracting down. Boom. 3 minus 5 is -12. 1 minus 5 is -4. The slope is -12 over -4, which is 3. The only one that has 3 as a slope is A, so it's got to be A. But we're going to continue anyways as if we didn't know that. So point slope, we do y minus one of the y values and then equals 3 times x minus the corresponding x value there. You distribute, you get 3x minus 3 equals y minus 3. When you add 3 to both sides, those do cancel out, so you do get y equals 3x. All right, number 10. In the given equation, b is a constant. If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what's the value of b? That means both equations should be, on either side, should be identical. So how am I going to figure this out? I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. I got 4x plus b equals 4x plus 16. So we double that. Now, for these to be equivalent, well, that 4x's already match up. These guys have to match up, which means b equals 16, and we're done. And by the way, if b equals 16, you can see that any value of x will give a true statement. So like, let's see, 6 here. Let's write it in real quick. So if x is 1, that's 4 plus 16 is 20 over 2 is 10. On this side, it's 1, 2 plus 8 is 10. They're equal. What about when x is 10? So it'd be 40 plus 16 is 56 over 2 is 28. And then over here, 2 times 10 is 20 plus 8 is 28. So you see any value of x will make it a true statement. What is the area in square units of the figure shown? All right, so this is a trapezoid, so I'm just going to use just not that you need it. I could also break this up into a triangle and a square. Let's do that, because why memorize the form area of a trapezoid if, why use it if it's like not totally necessary? So that's a right angle. So this side here is 4. If this whole thing is 7, this is 3, and this is 4 as well. So the area of the square is 16. The area of the triangle, it's a nice 3, 4, 5. These come up all the time on the SAT, right? I've said this in videos. The area of the triangle is 3 times 4, which is 12. Half of that is 6. So it's 6 plus 16 is 22. Boom, done. Now, if you want to do area of a trapezoid, it's 1/2 base 1, which is 7, plus base 2, which is 4, the top and bottom that are parallel, times the height, which is 4. That becomes 11. 1/2 times 11 times 4. 4 times 11 is 44, times half is 22. All right. Number 12. What is the y-intercept of the graph this in the xy plane? First of all, y-intercept occurs when x equals 0. So this is the only possible answer, right? Because if you look at the graph, this is where the y-intercept occurs. Let's just pretend that's the graph. So x has to be 0. That's the only one where x is 0. Plug in 0 and you do get 1. Double confirmation. 13. What is the sum of the solutions to the given equaciones? Okay, so I'm going to do the zero product rule, set everything equal to 0. So subtract 2x, we get minus 16x. Subtract 1, we get plus 39. So the sum of the solutions, we can use the shortcut. It's negative b. B is negative 16, so it's positive 16 over a, which is 1. So the sum of the solutions is 16. But if you don't remember that shortcut, let me see if this is factorable. You can just factor, and it's x minus 3, x minus 13, because those multiply to 39 add to negative 16. So solutions are 3 and 16. The sum of those is 16. So either way, not too bad. Okay, 14. Yeah. Guess what type of problem this is? Isolating quantities. So I'm going to ignore all of this because I can see it's an interesting formula and they're just isolating v. Let's isolate. So I'm going to divide by s on both sides. Then I'm going to square both sides. We're trying to isolate v. Then I'm going to square both sides. Square and square. So that gets rid of this thing. Then I'm going to subtract 1. L squared minus s squared minus 1 equals negative v squared over c squared. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by negative c squared to get rid of the negative. So then I got c squared. Wait, negative c squared, sorry. Hold on. Let me just try and think about this for a second. The fastest way. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm not going to distribute because I look in the answer choices and it's factored out or some way. So, okay, so I'm just going to say negative c squared. Okay, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to distribute the negative inside. So I'm going to keep the c squared on the outside. But it isn't, actually here, let's keep it here. Let's keep it simple. Now I'm going to distribute it in. This equals v squared. Let's just do it like this. Then I take the square root, and I'm done. So it's basically this. And if I distribute the negative in, that gets rid of that. That makes that negative and that positive. So I'm feeling like it's this one. Because then you can also take the square root of c squared and it comes out as a c. No, it's not this one. Sorry. There needs to be a square root still in the mix. So it is this one. 1 minus L squared S squared square root times C. It's got to be A. My work is a little sloppy, so let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Hold on. Let me just do it in my head really fast. L over S, L squared over S squared, minus 1, and then it's 1 minus L squared over S squared, yeah, because you flip it, and then times C squared, and then you square root, yeah, it's got to be right. Okay, 15. That question did feel familiar. I don't know if I did one similar to it, but maybe I have done this test before. Now that one was the first one that rang a bell. The half-life of a certain substance in a quantum environment is about 150 years. Okay. A and B are out, by the way. The half-life does not ever go here. This is the initial amount that we start with. So those are just blatantly wrong. I'm already going with that. Which of the following exponential functions best models the amount in grams of the substance 2 years after 200 grams C? That's the initial amount, so it should be 200 there. Is applied to the aquatic environment. Okay, so it's going to be D, and I'm going to explain why. So every 150 years, that's the half-life. So think about it. If I were to if I plug in 150 years, and I'm starting with 100, starting with 200, shouldn't I have half that, aka 100? Well, if I plug in 150 here, that cancels out to 1, and then it's just 1/2 to the 1, which is 1/2 times 200 is 100. If I plug in 150 here, I get 22,500. I mean, it doesn't even make sense, right? So if the half-life is 150 years, this is the winner, and we're done. All right, let's go on to the free response section. The graph of this, where m is shown the x1 was the value of m. They're asking the slope. Up 2 over 1. Slope of 2, done. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Yeah. 17. If x, y is a solution to the given system of equations, what's the value of x? Let's do a little, let's multiply by -2 on the top. So I get -2x minus 2y equals -10. 2x equals 5. Add the 2 together. Those cancel. -2y equals -5. Divide by -2. Negatives cancel out. Y equals +5/2. Boom, done. Let's make it clear. Circle it bigger. Okay, cool. 18. What positive value of x satisfies the equaciones above? 3. Huh. It's pretty straightforward because it's already factored. And we're just trying to get it to equal 0, so 3 minus 3 is 0. The other value is -1, but what value of x satisfies the equation above? All right, so just add 0.6 to both sides, and we get 3x equals 2.4. Divide by 3, x equals 0.8, and that's it. Plug it back in and make sure. 2.4, yeah, okay. Square is inscribed in a circle. Just going to draw it approximately. Square is inscribed in a circle with a radius of 6 rad 2. So I'm going to do the radius like this. What is the perimeter of the square in inches? Okay, so that means that the diameter is 12 rad 2. So then it's a square. So this side is x and x. Now I can do Pythagorean's theorem. Or it's a 45, 45, 90. I don't even need Pythagorean's theorem. The side length of the square is 12. But if I did do it, it'd be x squared plus x squared equals 12 root 2 squared in parentheses. And that would be 2x squared equals 144 times 2 is 288. You see, x squared equal divided by 2 is 144, and x equals 12. So that's the side length, and then the perimeter is, of course, 4 times that, which is 48. Okay, that was pretty fast for a no calculator section where I'm obviously doing it like this. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the timer, and let's just go ahead and check the answers. All right. Yeah, so somebody said, hey, these seem really easy. I'll be honest. This is one of the easiest no calculator sections I've ever seen. So that's just, it is what it is. But I think I looked at the curve on this one, and the curve, it actually, you could get one wrong and still get an 800. So the calculator section must be really hard. Like I said, I don't know. It's hard for me to remember if I have done this. I don't think I've done this, though. I definitely have done one similar to this. But I don't think I've done it, but I could be wrong. Okay. No calculator. Let's see. So we got AABB. AABB. Number 5 is DCDB. DCDB. Number 9 is AADB. I got a mistake. What is the value of B? Got a mistake. Hold on. They said 10 is A. Oh, no, I'm looking at the calculator section. Oh, my God. Sorry. 10 is D. Wait, was I looking at the right section? Let me go back. I'm paranoid. AABB, DCDB, DCDB. Yeah, okay, I just went to that one. So 9 is ADBC. Okay. And then 13, 14, 15 is DAD. DAD. Okay, multiple choice is correct. And then we got 2 5/2, 3.8, 48. Boom, nailed it. All right, sweet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if I was taking this without explaining it and just seeing how fast I could go. I bet you I could have done this one in like 6 minutes, maybe even 5, because it was one of the easiest I've ever seen. Really, no calculator. But no, I'm going to do the calculator tomorrow. So check in tomorrow and we'll see. I bet you it's going to be harder. I bet you it'll be a lot harder, actually. So, anyways, let me see. Sup, boys? I'm just checking out. By the way, thank you guys so much for all the likes and joining. I really appreciate it. Those likes, when you click the like button, it goes so far in terms of pushing the channel and letting other people know about, hey, you should check this stuff out too. And then really it helps support us and develop the things that we're trying to work on to make more resources. And we got some really cool stuff coming out for you guys too soon. We're working on a brand new line of materials. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So we really appreciate all that support. And I see some more likes coming in right now. So thank you guys so much. So if you did like this video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more SAT content, make sure to click that subscribe button. And that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.